All right, welcome to Crypto News and Investigative Reporting. I'm glad that you're able to join us today. If you are a Ripple fan, if you're holding Ripple, this has been a pretty solid, a pretty great week for Ripple XRP, man. I mean, if you have any Ripple XRP, you are excited. This week has got you pumped up as opposed to the previous weeks. We saw Ripple go down to 25 cents. Now we're seeing it shoot back up some 20-30%, and it has been just an awesome week for Ripple XRP. It's been some awesome news coming out, and we're going to try to get into that a little bit. Before I get going, I want to just say, yeah, this is Ripple 301 Montgomery. It has definitely been a 301 Montgomery week. To the three wise men that are down there, to Chris Larson and to David Schwartz, and to the CEO Brad Garlinghouse, it's been a 301 Montgomery week. We've just been getting some great news from Ripple XRP. Let's take a look at the market. Bitcoin is holding the majority of the market at $110 billion. Ethereum is at $29 billion. And Ripple XRP is $12 billion. It's the third cryptocurrency. That's really good. $12 billion is a lot of money. Current price is at 32 cents, up from what it was last week. So there's just been some really, really good news coming out. And it's really, really exciting what's going on with Ripple XRP. I mean, the last week when it was 25 cents, I got to just take a moment to kind of show you what I tweeted. I kind of had fun with it at 25 cents. Oh yeah, by the way, this was a beautiful day in San Francisco, and I took this shot. While I have this picture up, I want to say to those of you that are going to be coming to Swell, you definitely want to go out and do some sightseeing. If you're coming to Swell in San Francisco in October. San Francisco is beautiful in October. It's just sweater action. You might want to, have a sweater, a little light jacket or something. But if you're coming to Swell, it's going to really be nice in October 1st, October 2nd. Usually have really, really good weather around that time in San Francisco. But Ripple XRP, its price was really so low until I put this little truck together. I kind of got fun with it because it's been such great news coming out on Ripple. I got it's a fire sale, folks. At these prices, I rented a truck, and that's the little money truck. We hooked it up with the little XRP sign on it, and threw some dubs. We got some Ripple XRP tires on it with some XRP rim. You know what? I might even, depending, I might even throw some of these on my truck. I do got a truck, and I'll put some of these on my truck if I can get some rims that look like that. Everybody's making t-shirts. Somebody might want to make some rims for the truck, right? So yeah, we had really a lot of fun. Our group met this week. We had a meeting about it, about what the market is doing and stuff. So a lot's going on. It's a lot of good news in the market, as you can see. We got $212 billion. And I got Bloomberg on behind me on this other channel. I've been watching Bloomberg. And a lot of talk is about cryptocurrency now. I mean, it's starting to make that push. I really feel this week was a real good push with all of the good news out there. There was the good news about the three exchanges or the different exchanges that are going to be using Ripple XRP as a base currency. There was a lot of tweets about Binance, and trying to get Binance to use Ripple XRP as a base currency. So it's been a really, really great week for Ripple XRP. If you're Ripple holders, you've got a lot to be encouraged about this week. And so let me say this, the encouragement that you're getting this week, let it carry you through, just hold on to it, man, and let it carry you too. And I always say when I get started is I want to give a shout out to the YouTubers, to the Facebooks, to the Tweeters that are keeping this information made public. We're not really getting paid, but we are doing our best to, and I know that I'm doing my best to make sure that you guys are getting the best information that I can give you. But once again, man, it's a Ripple week. It has been a Ripple week. So, if you hang in there, you're going to need an armored truck too. If you got a good amount of Ripple XRP, you're going to need your armored truck. So you're going to need your security to get in out of there. In just a few more years, you're going to have you're going to need an armored truck. All right. So yeah, we had a good time laughing about this little truck. Me and a couple of friends. Also, let's see here. I want to also share with you. Yeah, no. Let's go down a little bit. This picture right here has been getting tweeted a lot. I put this picture together just to try to show how how great Ripple XRP is. This phone right here is the Trimline phone, and this Trimline phone, that phone came out in 1973, and that was the year that Swift started. It was in 1973. And so you can look at what this tweet is showing is the antiquated technology of Swift and the revolutionary technology of Ripple XRP and what Ripple is doing. Everybody had that 1973 Trimline phone, but now everybody has iPhones, or Samsung, whatever your phone is. Everybody has cell phones now. And this phone right here was just used just to make calls. But this phone right over here, the iPhone, is used for so many different things. I mean, you can check your email, you can check your weight, you can program it, you can speak to Siri and get artificial intelligence on these phones, and they hold conversations with you. I mean, it's so much has changed in the world in 2018. And then, of course, it's got the XCurrent, XRapid, and XVIA sign on it. And so I kind of put that together and tweeted that out just to kind of show you, just to give you a visual, on the greatness of Ripple XRP and what Ripple XRP is doing regarding the Internet of Value, cross-border payments, digital assets, and how digital assets have now in 2018 taken over. And just think how this picture is going to change in the next 10 years. It's going to be totally different. I'm sure there's going to be more AI in artificial intelligence and VR, virtual reality. I know there's going to be a lot of that going on. And also, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to it, so I might just kind of talk a little bit about Cisco systems and what that is. I think I'll hold up on that for right now. But yeah, this kind of gives you the idea of the 1973 Swift technology and the 2018 Ripple XRP technology. It's just a Model T and a Lambo. This is the Model T over here. In 1973 they had like the Monte Carlos and Chevy Chevelles and cars like that. Now they have, I know Google is working on cars that self, you don't even need a driver for those cars. They're we're out here in the Bay Area. We're following cars that don't even have no driver in them. They're all being driven by artificial intelligence and that kind of a thing. So anyway, this is what this shows: old technology versus new technology. And so Ripple is building the Internet of Value, the future of moving digital assets around the world in seconds, while Ripple is still stuck with their old 1973 technology, and they still are not on the blockchain. So anyway, that's what I tweeted that picture out, and then I put this picture together right here, and I tweeted this picture out a while back. And this picture is kind of show you the process of what Ripple XRP is doing. At the top it says send US dollars to Mexico, and then next that US dollars is turned into Ripple XRP, and then after that Ripple XRP is turned into that Ripple XRP is turned into pesos, and then at the final stage when you get there, that pesos, the person receives pesos. So what this is kind of showing here, and the intent on this one was to show how XRP is going to be that that interrouting, that interfunctionality. It's supposed to show the interfunctionality of Ripple XRP. And then, you know, like I mentioned, Cisco Systems earlier. Cisco Systems is the interfunctionality of the internet, the switching of around in the way it works, the routing, you know, the telecom, the multitasking things that are taking place in the internet. That's what a Cisco system is all about. Well, I'm just trying to say that Ripple XRP can be that Cisco systems of the Internet of Value, right? The Ripple is going to handle that functionality, the way things are functioning. It's going to handle that functionality of the Internet of Value, that routing of the currency. That's the routing, USA to Mexico, USA to Philippines. And, you know, you start out with US dollars, but it goes into the Ripple XRP cryptocurrency, and then moves from the Ripple XRP, the digital asset, because of the pairings and everything. Then it ends up on to the final. The person receives their currency, whatever country that is. In this case, it's the Mexican pesos. So my whole point with putting that together was that the functionality, trying to show the functionality, the routing of the currency, the switching of the currency, the telecommunications, the way they communicate, and the multitasking of the operation. So Ripple, and I was listening at Brad Garlinghouse again talk about that, and he says sometimes Ripple might be used, and you won't even know that Ripple XRP is being used, because it's going to be that the way it's going to be functioning. So that's what that picture was supposed, you know, that's what that picture shows. And so, but yeah, it's been a great week. It's just been an awesome week for for the Ripple XRP holders. I just want to say you can follow me on Twitter, Crypto News and Investigative Reports. You can also follow us on YouTube. Please hit that that like button and click on that button. We're getting started. We're trying to get our views up because we want to do some live things in San Francisco, but we want to wait until we get our viewership up. So we want to just call on you all out there to make that happen. We want to at least get our viewership up to about 2,000 or 3,000. So please tell your friends, tell your family, and tell everybody. We want to really get it up before we go down and do a live from Swell. That we want to do a live. We want to hook up and do a live, go live on the internet for Swell. So, all right. So, yeah. All right. And so the next thing we want to talk about is some really, really big news. Is Ripple Tease Convergence product. Does it bring together X Current and X Rapid and X Visa? Man, this is big news. If you're holding Ripple XRP, this is big news. Ripple is going to be king. This is one of those articles that kind of let you know that Ripple is going to be king right here. Let's get rid of this. We don't need that. All right. It says right here, opinion. The question among XRP enthusiasts is why a majority of Ripple partners are using its X Current product and not using its XRP product. Now, we know that that's most of us that are familiar with Ripple XRP. We know that X Current, X Rapid, and X Via are the suite of the things that Ripple offers. And, you know, we want the banks and everybody to use the cryptocurrency, which is XRP. And so our whole thing is, yeah, use X Rapid, because if you use X Rapid, you're going to be eventually using XRP, right? And that's the big thing. And so this article is saying that these three things are intertwined, and the big news is that these can all be used together and intertwined. That's going to be an awesome thing. Let's read. I'll read a little bit more. It says, moreover, X Current still relies on the system of banking that Ripple aims to make obsolete. Currently, over 100 banks use X Current to allow a more consistent and frictionless experience on top of the corresponding banking system. It says, let's go down a little bit. It says this is inefficient in its current form as it forces institutions to maintain multiple accounts worldwide to prove liquidity. Moreover, the existing network on the system, known as Society for Worldwide Interbanking Financial Technologies, or SWIFT for short, is prone to errors and has been an infiltration point for most hacking attempts. Xcurrent directly replaces SWIFT, and it is faster and more accurate and reported by the financial institution that utilize it. So they're saying it's faster and it's better for the people that's using it. However, Ripple's version for the future for cross-border payments does not involve the continued use of existing systems. I mean, you got to read this, because this article reaffirms over again what most of us have already been reading, is that it saves from 40 to 70% if you're using the Xcurrent, XRapid, XRP cryptocurrency. And it seems like they're starting to really pay attention to it. XRapid is coming out of beta, and it's going to start, they're going to start using it. And it's just going to make a real change. It's going to disrupt. You know, one thing about Ripple XRP, right? It's a disruptor. You know, it's disrupting that banking systems, and people that are going to be using it are going to be ahead of the curve that using the XRapid XVIA. So this was some great news. I'm glad that this news is out there, because it's going to make the haters. It's just running the haters out. There's haters. Those of you that are hating on XRP, there's no way for you to go now. You just might as well buy you some Ripple XRP and join the club. Okay, so I'm almost done here. I just wanted to kind of give up a nice little Saturday encouragement to, because the news was so bad. Well, I mean, it really wasn't bad, but we had that previous week where things were pretty difficult. But now Ripple is moving. Today is Saturday afternoon, and Ripple is still about 32 cents. And that's really great. Now, there's one more thing somebody asked me about. Oh wait, Aaron, let me share this. Let me go here. I want to give a shout out to this guy named Steven. This guy Steven, man, he's if you guys are not following Steven on Twitter, this guy has some real good information. He's one of the things he says is not that he tweeted out a diagram. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, not that diagram. Let's see if I can find it before you know how it is when you're really trying to find some. This diagram right here. This was an excellent diagram about global payment structure. So if you get a chance, go to Steven's page and take a look at this diagram. I mean, the intimate relationship, it talks about that, and then the transfer of money, and then the delivering of funds. I mean, from the World Economic Forum. This was really good information about the way money, about the Internet of Value, and the way money will be moving across the world. This was a very excellent excellent chart, an excellent graph, and it really puts into a visual effect the intimate relationship, the transfer of money, the delivering of funds, and accounts posted payments. This is a really great chart, and I just want to give a shout out to Steve, man. And if you guys are on Twitter, go to Steve's page, and he's always got some real great information about Ripple XRP. He's a Ripple XRP guy too, so you want to follow Steve. All right, I wanted to give Steve a shout out, and also, yeah. And the last thing I want to talk about is this is an older article, but it says CasinoCoin adopts Ripple code base to further online gambling. And I never, you know, I'm late to the party on this one, guys. I wasn't I got a message about it. Said, hey, you need to check out CasinoCoin. So I did. I kind of looked at it just before um, this video, just before doing this video, and it's kind of a the thing of it is that it's on Ripple. It's using the Ripple code base. And so, I'm going to keep my eye on it. And if you've heard about it, that's good too. You want to keep your eye on it. I read a little of this article. I still think it needs further investigation. But it talks about a proven blockchain technology in a new field. It says alongside the rebranding, CasinoCoin also shifted blockchains. It says the powerful Ripple payment protocol is their new basis, borrowing sections of the open source code base to power their own coin. That's actually pretty good. Well known in the traditional finance world, Ripple made massive inroads into a variety of banking institutions. The product suite in use by multiple corporations and usually feet for the nascent cryptocurrency world. So, like I said, I don't really know that much about this coin, but it is kind of connected that it's using the Ripple code base. So I'm going to look further into it. And if anybody else knows a lot about CasinoCoin, maybe you can leave something about it in my comments. Something that's why this is starting to catch a lot of Ripple XRP people's attention. Once again, it's called CasinoCoin, and it's starting to get a lot of attention. I think it's getting the attention simply because it's connected to Ripple XRP using its code base. All right, but I'm going to wrap it up right there. But here's the big news right here, guys. They're going to intertwine. Hopefully, they're going in this Ripple Teases Convergence product. Does it bring together XCurrent, XRapid, and XVIA all coming together? It has been an awesome Ripple week last week. Let's hope we get that same type of push going into next week for all the Ripple people. To the X, to the R, to the P, yeah. X to the R to the P. X to the R to the P. All right. So yeah, let's get our XRP going. I think it's going to be a great week. I think the information on the articles and all of the news that came out last week is just going to help push Ripple into, and then we're going into September, October, November. Q4 is just going to be, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. All right. Okay, guys. Until the next time, you guys have a great Saturday or the rest of your weekend. Have a great day wherever you are. And if it's night, have a great night wherever you are.